it's Brianna. Welcome back to my channel. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure to scroll down and hit that subscribe button right down below. And while you're down there, make sure to turn on my post notifications so you can be notified every single time I upload a new video, because who wouldn't want to be? Alright, so today I'm going to be doing a freshman Q&A advice for freshmen that are going into college. This can also just be used for going into college in general, no matter how old you are. If you just want some more advice on it, I don't know. I realize that a lot of people are probably going into their freshman year, especially a lot of you that follow me are going to Mizzou for the first time, which I'm so excited for you guys to finally come here. It's amazing. I love it so much. It's great. So I decided that I would make this video kind of a little bit differently. I honestly can think of great advice, but I can also think of questions that you guys probably have that are burning in your mind and you don't know until you get to college that I want to help you guys out with. So I just researched some of the questions that average freshmen are wondering, or just people coming into school for the first time. And then also took some from some things you guys have commented on my videos and just kind of made one big list of questions for you guys. So I'm going to be answering all those for you guys today. So if you're have any burning questions after watching this video that I didn't answer, make sure to comment them down below and I will reply and give you my best advice possible. I am going to be a sophomore at the University of Missouri, or Mizzou. Go Tigers. So yeah, if you're wondering kind of where I'm at with that. I go to a big SEC school, so it's fun. Hopefully my advice is helpful. Let's get into the video. Okay, so the first one is, what are classes like? So honestly, this is going to depend on where you're going, as well as what classes you're taking coming into college. For the most part, you're probably going to be taking your gen eds, and no matter where you go, most of the time your gen eds are going to be very big class sizes. That's just because everyone has to take them. So it's not like going into your certain department or your school. When I say school, I mean school of business, school of medicine or something like that. I don't know. Going into those departments, your class sizes are going to start to get smaller, but those big gen ed classes that everyone has to take, like biology and English, they're going to be bigger class sizes, but also it's going to depend. I took English this past semester, and it's English, so you're gonna have to write papers and stuff. So the class sizes are a lot smaller. I had maybe 15 people in my class, but then I also took biology, and it was probably 400 people in my class. Okay, maybe it was 300. Also, on that same wavelength, everybody does not show up to class. So when you're entering a class size on that first week, syllabus week, and there's 300 people in your class, do not be overwhelmed, because by probably week 3, there's going to be half as many people as that. By week 4 or 5, half as many as that. My biggest tip to you is to sit towards the front of the class, and the classroom is going to seem a lot smaller. If you sit in the back of the class, yeah, it's going to seem like a big class and the professor is going to be so far away, but they have microphones, they have little things that project their voice. They're not talking to just the front row. At my school, personally, I know at a lot of other schools, they have clicker devices. So basically, it's a way to kind of interact the whole class together and keep everyone engaged. So they'll ask questions up on the smart board or whatever board, and then you just have to answer it with your device. Some people have actual clickers. I just used an app that I paid $15 a semester for. So yeah, that's a great way to stay engaged. Also, it's a good way that professors kind of keep you in check for coming to class, because a lot of times those points are easy points that are usually free points, and if you show up, answer them, you get points for that. It can determine a letter grade. So recommend going to class. You'll be fine even if it's a big class size. If you really do not do well in big class sizes, make sure that you read, when you're enrolling, how big the class size is, how many remaining seats are there. Some things you just it's gonna have to be big class sizes because it's just the way that it is, especially science courses and stuff like that. So just sit towards the front of the class. If the seats are assigned, one of my classes were like that, you can totally email the professor and be like, yo, I like to sit in the front seat, or in the front row, can you do that for me? They will. Believe me, professors want you to succeed, kind of, sometimes. How much free time will you actually get? A lot. Within reason, especially when you live on a dorm on campus. In between classes, you might be walking through classes, but whenever you're done for the day, you have so much free time. And with that becomes a lot of responsibility. What are you going to do with your free time? You can choose to sleep in your free time, you can choose to watch Netflix, you can choose to hang out with friends, you can choose to go to parties, you can choose to get a job, you can choose to study. There's so much that you can do, and you have to really figure that out, especially your freshman year, is how to prioritize everything. What is most important? What do I need to get done right now? You know, once you have everything done on your to-do list, yeah, you can go out with friends. Yeah, you can go watch some Netflix, but you need to make sure that you're still getting everything done because you will have an enormous amount of free time. I recommend getting like a job, maybe not your freshman year when you're kind of getting into the groove of college, but like your sophomore year, get a job. I only have classes on Tuesday, Thursday, so then the other days of the week, I need to have something, or that's just like so much free time for me to like do whatever I want. That's not good, because if you have too much free time, you're going to be like wasting it watching Netflix and not studying and not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So just make sure that you're prioritizing your time right, because you will have probably an enormous amount of free time unless you're involved with everything and have like a million jobs. Then you will have free time. It's great when used responsibly. Safety on campus. I definitely think that safety is obviously a huge concern, especially more so for parents or guardians more than the kids, but I've felt personally very safe on campus. We had key cards to get into our building as well as into our room. We had a code to get in our room as well as our key card. We had to use our key card to get into the bathrooms, except for like the community like bathroom with a unisex bathroom on each floor. Anyone could go in there because I lived in an all-girls dorm, so like if guys need to go to the bathroom, I was gonna be like, sorry, you're out of luck. So there's always a unisex bathroom that was open to like anybody, obviously if they had like a way to get into the building. I did live in an all-girls dorm, so you had to be, like, if you were a guy, the guy had to be escorted by a girl. There couldn't just be, like, guys, like, wandering around. There are campus police. There are these little, like, safety, like, tower things. If you feel, like, unsafe, you can totally go by one, hit the button. There's usually a cop that comes, and you can either, like, ask them, hey, I need an escort, like, back to my dorm, or just be like, I feel unsafe, like, they can do whatever it is. There's literally constantly like campus police everywhere, so I think that I definitely felt safe at college. There's enough people around me, there's enough people that know, you know, what the protocols and everything is. Obviously it's a little bit different though, because you know, you're kind of on your own. So if you choose to go off campus, if you choose to go do something else, that's kind of on your own terms. Food on campus. Okay, so from what I've heard and the knowledge that I've gained through eating lovely campus food is at bigger schools like mine, they make the food there, if that makes sense. So at a lot of smaller schools like NAIA schools, they get food from like Seduxu, or honestly I don't know what that, it's like, I don't remember what the name of the company is, but it's the company that like they use for pretty much all school lunches. So like the lunches or the food there at those schools is probably not going to be the greatest. The food at my school was actually very good. There was also kind of like a little mini mart type thing that we could use like our swipes at. So if you were like, oh, like I don't have time to get like breakfast in the morning, you can go to this place. They had fruit, vegetables, they had like pre-made salads, they had sandwiches, they had cereal, they had like milk, tea, juice, like they had literally everything there, like yogurt. So you could use your swipes for that and then like eat that if you just needed something on the go. We also had like our dining hall stuff. That food was like amazing as well. I miss the potatoes. Somebody asked, am I in the right major? I don't think anyone really knows like this is exactly what I want to do, like this is the exact job I want to have. I think a lot of people know kind of the general field. They're like, hey, I really like helping people and teaching people, so maybe I want to be education, but maybe they don't know what age they want to be or anything like that. I would say that your first year, you don't really have to know what you want to do. I say that like that because I personally was taking classes my first semester for my major. So if you decide on your major, switch your major a little bit later on, most of the time you're probably going to have to go longer than 4 years unless you just came in with a lot of credits or things just kind of like worked out that some things counted for one major that also counted for another. But a lot of times things that you're taking in your gen eds can be also counted towards your major classes. So I know that that's scary to have to know what you want to do going into college, but my challenge would be like just to figure out what you're passionate about and what you like doing and kind of go towards that direction. Because most of the time, even what you do end up majoring in, a lot of people don't even end up having a job in that field, which I know is like super crazy to think about. But like I know somebody that's an engineer that is doing like marketing stuff right now. Like that is totally not what their job was, but that's what they ended up doing and they actually love it. So I know that's kind of weird and it might be something just like super foreign. You definitely don't have to have a major going in, but at least know what you like to do. challenge yourself, maybe like look up some videos on the internet of different jobs and see, oh, like what does this job do on the day-to-day basis. Definitely have a general idea of what you want to do. That's going to help you so much going into college. Next question is, what is a dorm bathroom like? And actually I have a whole video, it's like one of my last videos that explains like community style bathrooms and all of that. So I will link that video right down below for you guys. Basically, community style bathrooms, you're all just going to share a bathroom on your floor. Usually there's like 1 or 2 bathrooms. It's not like 5 stalls and like 50 girls. There's plenty of space. I would say don't be like scared about it. Everyone is on different schedules and different times, so the bathroom's never going to be like full. You're going to be just fine. Don't stress. Just realize that it's only 1 year of your life, and it'll be okay. It'll be okay, you'll survive it, it'll be fine. Next question is, when should I buy my textbooks? Do not buy them ahead of time. Usually I would say like a week or 2 before school. A lot of times your professors release like what books you need to have. I would recommend just like checking over that list, and maybe you can like look up a few books, but do not buy any. Wait until you get to your class that first week of school and see, is the professor going to say, oh, you need this book, like for this class, you're going to need it. Or sometimes the TA or the professor will be like, yeah, like this is just a book that you can have, it has some extra information in it, but you totally don't have to get it. Textbooks are so expensive, so don't waste money. I made this mistake my first year of just buying like all the books, and I didn't even end up like really using them at all. Like, yeah, they're helpful, and yeah, I probably could have done better in my classes, but honestly, textbooks are so expensive. Like, just make sure that the ones that you're buying you truly need. Don't waste money, please. And the last question is, what if I get homesick? You will get homesick. I think that everyone does, and the best thing to do, at least for me, is to keep busy. You know, join organizations, make some new friends, keep busy with your educational stuff, studying, maybe get a job. Just stay busy, because the more that you're busy, the more you're not going to be thinking about what's happening at home or what you're missing out on. If you're not busy, you're going to constantly have downtime, and in that downtime, you know, you're going to think, and you're going to think, oh my gosh, I miss my mom, I miss my dog, I miss my cat, I miss my dad, I miss everybody. So I would say just to keep busy and to know that it's okay. Like, other people are also really homesick. I know so many people that left college after like their first semester because they were so homesick, and I would say not to do that. Like, give it at least a year and see what it's like, because eventually you are going to have to go out on your own, out into the big crazy world. And if you know that you are someone that's like going to be super homesick, maybe stay pretty close to home. Or I wouldn't recommend necessarily staying at home unless it's like a cost thing, because you definitely need to learn how to be on your own and how to do things on your own. And as much as you are missing home, your family is missing you, but it's only 4 years of your life. Then you can move back home and get a job back home or something. It's hard, you know, call your parents, call your mom, call your dad, call your dog, FaceTime, anything to like keep you from missing them. But honestly, I would just say the biggest thing is to just stay busy. The more downtime you have, the more time you have to think, and you're going to be a lot more sad that way too. So I definitely had moments where I got super homesick. I would get homesick before I even left home, which is crazy, but as soon as I got to college and got back into the hustle and bustle of things, I wasn't even really missing home. So yeah, and it's always okay to come home, take a visit. You know, it'll be okay. You'll make it through. Those are going to be my questions and my answers. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. If you have any more burning questions on your mind, feel free to DM me, comment down below, message me, anything, and I will like 100% answer you guys, because I love answering your guys' questions, whatever they are. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye guys.